Hi everyone, you are Coach Greg. In this video, we will talk about overtraining and how to fight it. The topic is quite relevant as it is actively discussed on the network. On this topic, everyone has a different opinion. Today, I will try to fully disclose this issue. Let's look at an example. When a person is overtrained, he stops progressing sharply. As a rule, there is a plateau in training. There are negative processes in the body, such as stress, changes in the hormonal system. In addition to this loss of appetite, sleep problems, as well as overtraining, has a very strong effect on the recovery of your body, and more specifically the muscles. In sports literature, it is called endocrine system fatigue. A person in the process of sports activity loads the body, after which the body begins to adapt. It happens quite simply. The organism is in a state of rest. We have influenced it with the help of training. That is, we have knocked the organism out of the state of rest. And in order to avoid the stress of this situation, the organism responds with adaptive restructuring. It's called the adaptation theory. But if the body adapts, there should be no overtraining. No, it doesn't. Let's begin to understand from the point of view of science. The human body is a complex system. Of course, we cannot categorize stress, sports activity, mental activity, daily activities, or psychological stress can all lead to stress in the body. We all understand that stress can be both insufficient and excessive, hence the concept of optimum load, optimal load. The question is, where is it? If we talk about the fatigue of the endocrine system, the body throws out hormones, and at one point when the hormones that provide our body is not enough, the glands get tired, and as stress continues to go, the stress hormones begin to increase, and now the body cannot adapt, and the person, instead of improving, only begins to deteriorate. This is called self-destruction. In fact, it is quite difficult to get overtraining. Personally, on myself and my mentees, I have not felt or met overtraining. If we are talking about weight loss and calorie deficit, it is better not to practice intensive loads as they will destroy your body. So you will give stress on muscle mass, and there will be no resources in the body for recovery. It is better to load your body carefully on calorie deficit. It means without a large number of refusal approaches per muscle group per week and without a large training volume. Now let's talk about localized muscle overtraining. Here we will not talk about the hormonal system or any general processes. Here we will talk about if a person trains a certain muscle for a certain period of time and it hurts and muscle crepiture occurs and it does not have time to fully recover. In this case, I use the term loading because loading can occur intentionally, as local muscle overtraining can be your goal. That is, we load the muscle, then give it a rest, and the result is a specific adaptive response. Strength can grow by leaps and bounds. Let's look at an example of what this means. Let's imagine that you loaded a muscle for a certain period of time. It seems that your strength stopped, but you should have rested more, and immediately after recovery, the strength increased. This is the meaning of loading. There is also overtraining of the musculoskeletal system, which is when there is a load on the musculoskeletal system. When you have this type of overtraining, you will have pain in elbows, tendons, ligaments, and so on. Yes, naturally, everything starts to hurt and just need to let recover. But tendon tissue is restored for a very long time. In this case, you need to change the angles that would tendons loaded in different areas. Let's make a great conclusion to this video. There is general hormonal overtraining, which is when the stress hormones are at their limit and the beneficial hormones become scarce. This type of overtraining is quite rare. The second type of overtraining is muscular. It is when a muscle is overloaded very much and it needs to recover. If we do everything right, it will respond to us with adaptive restructuring. And if we did not give it proper recovery, it can become even worse. It will be sore. This type is common, especially in beginners. The third type is overtraining of the musculoskeletal system. I believe that this is the worst type of overtraining because it forms direct prerequisites for injury. Also, there is a separate type, which I did not tell you about earlier. It is psychological overtraining. This is when you do not want to do this or that. It occurs in the process. This is the natural nature of human beings. People can get bored with what they used to like very much, and there is nothing you can do about it. This is where the video ends. To help build a proper workout and nutrition plan, I can help in my online introduction in my Telegram. Link in the description. See you in the next video.